weighted value is 50 and weighted value is 100 for R2 router, means R2 router at a time 2 PC can communicate to ISP through R2 router and only one PC can communicate to ISP through R1 router is 50 and 100, that is 1:2. So here 3 PCs are there, so 1 PC at a time can communicate to ISP through R1 router and 2 PC can communicate to ISP through R2 router, because here the weighted value is 100, so it have 2 PCs to communicate to ISP at a time. Here only 1 PC to communicate to ISP. So we can check. We can configure in R1 router load balancing weighted, enter, and we have to give the weighted value GLBP 500 weighted. So the weighting value here I will given 50, enter, exit. Next we can go to the R2 router. So go to the global mode, interface fast Ethernet 0/0 and GLBP and group number is 500 and load balancing method is weighted, enter. Next GLBP 500 and weighted is 100, enter, exit. Okay, we can configure the weighted value in R1 router and R2 router. That is, by default weighted value is 100 and default load balancing method is round robin. So here I will change the load balancing method into weighted and I will change the weighted value in R1 router is 50 and R2 router is 100. Okay, we can go to the PC1 and PC2 and PC3. Just we have to communicate here that only one PC can communicate to ISP through R1 router and remaining 2 PC can communicate to ISP through R2 router. We can check. So ping 117.203.158.1. okay, just trace route 117.203.158.1. yeah, so PC1 can communicate to ISP so through R1 router. We can go to the PC2. Before that we have to clear the screen. Okay, so ping 117.203.158.1. we can get reply. Just trace route 117.203.158.1. yeah, here we can see PC2 can communicate to ISP through R2 router. We can go to the PC3. So ping 117.203.158.1. we can get an reply. So 117.203.158.1. so here we can see, so the PC3 it will goes to the R1 router. So previously it can be communicating to the ISP. So we have to clear this, we have to shut down this interface and again we have to enable this interface, then only the ARP cache can be clear, ARP history can be clear. So go to the global mode, interface FA0/0, shutdown, exit, because by default the ARP history can be stored in router is 5 minutes, so that's why only. And I will interface fast Ethernet 0/0, so no shutdown, exit, just clear the screen. Okay, now go to the PC2 and shut down this interface and again we have to enable this interface, shutdown and no shutdown. Okay, just clear the screen. So go to the PC3, we have to shut down this interface and again we have to give no shutdown. Okay, we can check. Ping 117.203.158.1. so we can get and replay. So trace route 117.203.158.1. yeah, here we can see PC1 can communicate to R2 router. So go to the PC2, ping 117.203.158.1. 203.158.1. so trace route 117.203.158.1. yeah, here PC2 can communicate to ISP through R1 router. okay, we can go to the PC3. now PC3 again it can communicate to ISP through R2 router only. just we can check it. 117.203.158.1.